Ask any question, and I will explain it in the simplest way possible. Cacti are special plants that can live in very dry places like deserts. They have prickly things called spines on their skin which protects them from animals who might want to eat them. These spines also help the cactus to keep cool by blocking sunlight and shading itself. Cacti can store water in their stems for a long time, so they can survive without drinking water for months, sometimes even years. Some cacti are big, like hefty columns, and some are small, like chubby balls. I hope that helps you understand cacti.
So we've had some updates to Chatterbox. A better UI, lower VRAM requirements, and streaming for faster response time, as well as new APIs. Now, just to set it all up. First, you'll need the TTS Web UI with Chatterbox version 1.4 and OpenAI version 0.6. Update these extensions and restart if necessary. Here you can see the new generation controls, voice presets, refresh and open voice folder, chunking and model options. First, decide the model settings. Currently, the fastest one is Float 32, which can use up to 7 GB of VRAM. Half Precision uses significantly less but slows down the model by 20%, and Float 16 might slightly reduce quality. The settings automatically apply on the next generation, but you can also press Move to Device and D-Type to do it manually. The slowest option is CPU offloading, which causes additional delay at the start and end of each generation. It uses less than a gigabyte of VRAM when not in use. Let's move on to chunks. These are a tool for long generations because the model is only stable up to 30 seconds. Pushing beyond that increases hallucinations and artifacts, hence the default settings of 300 character limit and 200 character target. Chunk sizes do not affect the speed of the model, only latency. Thus for streaming we prefer short chunks, with the demo going as low as 80 desired and 200 maximum characters. We can further have that for the first chunk using the Have First Chunk Size checkbox, resulting in maximum chunk sizes of 100, 100, and then 200 onwards. This approach can reduce the latency by 3 times at the cost of some artifacts at the beginning. At last, let's set up the API. In the Tools section, we find the OpenAI API tab. Let's activate it. Now we have an API that can connect to Chatterbox using the OpenAI protocol, and this API supports streaming. So let's use it inside SillyTavern. We can use the default TTS extension with the OpenAI compatible TTS provider, but we want streaming. Therefore, we will need to install a new extension that supports streaming from an OpenAI endpoint. Paste in the URL. Then install it for all users or just you. After that, you need to disable the default TTS extension while using it, as these two extensions conflict. And once you close the Extensions Manager, it should reload the page and successfully connect to the API. In the TTS settings, select the provider from the dropdown and check the model and voice settings. Now let's check the terminal and GPU while we test our API.
Cacti are special plants that can live in very dry places like deserts. They have prickly things called spines on their skin, which protects them from animals who might want to eat them. These spines also help the cactus to keep cool by blocking sunlight and shading itself. Cacti can store water in their stems for a long time, so they can survive without drinking water for months, sometimes even years. Some cacti are big, like hefty columns, and some are small, like chubby balls. I hope that helps you understand cacti.
And that's it. Also, there is an entire additional UI, but we don't talk about that yet. It has a convenient generation history panel and buttons for reusing parameters.